6 contestants are about to compete for thousands of pounds, but who's got what it takes to outrun the hardball? Welcome to Hardball. In the first of our 2 heats today, Clement, Susan and Liz will all step up to play. Watching their every move, ready and raring to go next, are Phil, Kathy and Scott. But only one of them will make it through to the final. Drawn at random to take on the hardball first, it's Liz. Liz, lovely to see you.
Do you want?
Welcome to the show. Tell us about you.
My name's Liz. I'm from Wakefield in West Yorkshire. I'm a catering manager. Married to Steve for almost 4 decades.
What are your passions?
I'm a bit of an old rock chick.
Are you a rocker?
I'm a bit of a rock chick.
Oh, this is good. OK. What kind of rock music, Liz?
Well, I've probably been seeing Bon Jovi since before you were born.
Bon Jovi?
Before you were born.
Oh, hey, we're on the same page now.
Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses.
Which is your favourite Bon Jovi tune?
I would say it's Dry County.
Oh, OK. Liz, this is good. OK. Do you think you're going to rock this show?
I'm hoping I can rock this show.
That's what we like to hear. Liz, it's great to have you on.
Thank you.
We start by playing the Moneymaker. The aim of the game is to get as far along the track as you can by answering as many questions as you can. Each correct answer moves you on 1 square and adds £50 to the jackpot. The further you move along, the more money you'll add. And that is what today's winner will play for in the final. But beware, the hardball is always hunting you down, and if it passes you, it's game over. Liz, our rocker.
Our rocker.
Let's put you on the track.
Thank you.
There we go. The hardball will be released once I've asked you your first question. Liz, if you're ready, let's play hardball. According to the proverb, which animal has 9 lives?
A cat.
Correct. Which plant with a 3-part leaf is used as a national symbol of Ireland?
Shamrock.
Correct. By what code number is the fictional secret agent James Bond?
007.
Correct. Who was the long-time comedy partner of Ernie Wise?
Eric Morecambe.
Correct. Immediately before adopting the euro, what was the official unit of currency of Belgium?
Frank.
Correct. In education, the 3 R's are traditionally reading, writing, and which other discipline?
Arithmetic.
Correct. The national flag of which country is known as the Stars and Stripes?
America.
Correct. Which member of the Osmond family had a UK #1 with long-haired lover from Liverpool?
Little Jimmy.
Correct. The name of which lightweight umbrella comes from the Italian for protecting against sun?
Parasol.
Correct. In which musical does the character Tracy Turnblad sing Good Morning Baltimore?
No idea.
Hairspray. In the beginning are the first words in which book of the Old Testament?
Genesis.
Correct. Which British Prime Minister is the main character in the film Darkest Hour?
Winston Churchill.
Correct. In which sport was Chris Hoy an Olympic champion?
Cycling.
Correct. Blue, red, and which other colour appear in the Union Jack flag?
White.
Correct. A Moscow Mule is made mainly from ginger beer and which alcoholic
Vodka.
spirit? Correct. Which line of fashion dolls has characters named Yasmin, Sasha, Chloe, Jade, and Rhea?
Barbie.
Rats. Works by which Spanish artist include Guernica and the Weeping Woman?
Dali.
Picasso. In 2018, who stood down as leader of the political party Sinn Féin?
Jerry Adams.
Correct. What C is a type of decorative metal plating and a web browser released by Google?
Chrome.
Correct. The singer Natalie Imbruglia famously starred in which Australian
Neighbours.
soap? Correct. Cambridge Late Pine and Red Gauntlet are varieties of which fruit?
Apples.
Strawberries. Who served as UK Prime Minister in between Tony Blair and David Cameron?
Gordon Brown.
Correct. In a human leg, which large bone is located parallel with the fibula?
Tibia.
Correct. Which metal is most commonly used to galvanise iron and steel against corrosion?
Zinc.
Correct. Which iconic British singer featured on the Pet Shop Boys hit What Have
Dusty
I Done?
Springfield.
Correct. Published in 2009, which English author wrote the novel The White Queen?
Pass.
Philippa Gregory. Which actress won a Best Actress Oscar in 2001 for playing Erin Brockovich?
Julia Roberts.
Correct. Taking office in 1801, who was the 3rd president of the United States?
Washington.
Thomas Jefferson. Liz, you seem very at home here.
No, I'm shaking inside.
Well, you're not showing it. You really aren't. That was a fantastic round.
Good.
£1,100 into the jackpot. What a start.
Thank you.
But Liz, you have set the benchmark and you are definitely the one to beat.
Thank you.
Next to take on the hardball, it's Susan. Susan, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about you.
I'm Susan, and I'm from East Yorkshire. I live in the country, which is near the coast. I like to go on country walks, and I like to go on coastal walks too.
When you're not walking, what keeps you busy?
I've got a very old house. It's 300 years old.
Oh, my.
So that takes a lot of work, because I finish one room and then I have to start again.
Yes, there's quite a lot of restoration there.
Yeah, it is. And I like to be very hands-on. You know, knock down walls, and I've got 2 wheelbarrows and have bricks in them, and keeps me fit.
Who needs a wrecking ball when you got Susan?
You don't. I can wreck anything, I'll tell you.
Susan, looking at the hardball track before you came here, where would you like to have achieved?
Bottom.
Right to the bottom?
Yeah.
Well, OK. Bit of that confidence
Aim
into
high.
you, Susan. Absolutely. OK, let's have some of that. Let's have a look at the square to beat. Liz, she went all the way down to the 4th level of the track,
It's
Susan.
a long way down.
It's a long way, but don't forget, Susan, you're a wrecking ball.
I am.
All right. Let's get you up on the track. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question. If you're ready, then let's play hardball. If an occurrence is rare, it is said to happen once in a blue what?
Moon.
Correct. The name of which flightless bird is also
Emu.
a kiwi? Which liquid has the chemical formula H2O?
Water.
Correct. What is the name of the ship's cook-turned-pirate leader in the classic novel Treasure Island?
Captain Hook.
Long John Silver. In the UK, amethyst is the birthstone for which month?
March.
February. What is the American name of the card game sometimes referred to as 21 or pontoon?
Poker.
Blackjack. What is the common name given to a frankfurter sausage served in a long bread
dog.
roll? Correct. What is the longest continental mountain range in the world?
Himalayas.
Andes. Maurice Stewart returned to the BBC in 2010 to present the news on whose radio? Susan, it was a short stint, but some do worse. Let's have a look. You're still on the first level of the track, £150 into the jackpot. We're up to £1,250. Susan, you hang in there. You are still at risk of going home. Liz, sensational. You are through to the next round.
Brilliant.
Our last player in this heat is Clement. Great to see you, Clement. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Clément, I'm 24. I live in Glasgow, but originally I'm from France.
Clement, it's a difficult game. Do you bring any special skills to it?
I think I have like a fairly good short-term memory, so I can people that can give me a fair amount of trivia and I'll retain it fairly quickly.
OK. If you were to get further than Susan, that would put you through to the next round. So let's see that square that you'd have to beat. There it is. Clement, let's get you up on the track, shall we?
Thank you.
All right. So someone will have to leave the game after this. Clement, remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you the first question.
Thanks.
So if you're ready, let's play hardball. In the name of a popular card game, which alcoholic spirit precedes the word rummy?
Gin.
Correct. What was the first name of Admiral Lord Nelson?
Pass.
Horatio. If you receive a 10% discount on a price of £100, how much should you pay?
£90.
Correct. Who is David Walliams' main co-star in the TV series Little Britain and Come Fly With Me?
Matt Lucas.
Correct. Which Tudor monarch is played by Cate Blanchett in the 2007 film subtitled The Golden Age?
Pass.
Elizabeth I. In which US city was the first Starbucks coffee shop opened?
Seattle.
Correct. What is the name of the central religious text of Islam?
The Quran.
Correct. During the 2004 Olympics, how many gold medals did Kelly Holmes win?
6.
2. In which zoo will you find a bronze statue of its former resident, Guy the Gorilla?
Edinburgh Zoo.
London. Which type of cross-stitching material is also the name of a famous opera by Verdi? Aida was the name. Clement. How do you feel it went?
That went much more quickly than I thought it would.
Didn't it?
Ball is quick.
It's a rush, isn't it? You handled it very well, Clement. So you reach the end of the first level of the track. £250 in the jackpot takes us up to £1,500. You did make it further than Susan on the track, so that is you through to the next round. Well done, fella.
Thank you, Ori. Thanks.
Susan, it was a short but sweet.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, well, you really are. You really are. Have you enjoyed your time on Hardball?
Yes, you've had a lovely day, thank you.
It's been so good having you, Susan. But I'm afraid that is the end of the road, so we're going to have to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
So Liz and Clement are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final, but who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Liz, Clement, well done.
Thank you.
So this time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you also have to outrun each other. You'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on that buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Our next contestants will be watching both of you to see who they could be taking on. Liz, Clement, just as you did before, stay ahead of the hardball, because the first person that passes will be out of the game. Let's put you both on the track. There we go. So in this round, the hardball will be released when one of you reaches the second level of the track. If you're ready, then let's play hardball. How many centimetres are there in 1 metre? Liz?
100.
Correct. Actor and writer Ade Edmondson is married to which famous comedian? Liz?
Jennifer Saunders.
Correct. What primary colour is traditionally associated with the British Labour Party? Clement?
Red.
Correct. What is the only poisonous snake native to the UK? Liz?
The adder.
Correct. In which desert is the US government secret base area? Liz?
Area 41.
Nevada Desert. Which character in Charles Dickens's A Christmas Carol famously utters the words "bah humbug"? Liz?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Correct. Which word means someone employed to look after a child and also an informal name for a female goat? Liz?
Nanny.
Correct. What is the first name of Sylvester Stallone's film character Rambo? Liz?
John.
Correct. The title of the 5th book in the Harry Potter series features Clement?
The Order of the Phoenix.
Correct. Which American singer and actress was born Frances Ethel Gum in 1922? Judy Garland. A traditional Black Forest gatto has which fruit in it? Liz?
Cherries.
Correct. The penhold is a common grip in which sport? Liz?
Wrestling.
Table tennis. The name of which form of musical entertainment comes from the Japanese word for empty orchestra? Liz?
Karaoke.
Correct. Which month of the year is named after the Roman goddess Juno? Clement?
June.
Correct. In January 2018, which professional dancer announced he was leaving Strictly Come Dancing? Clement?
Anton Dubek.
Brendan Cole. Which astronaut was the US Command Module pilot of Apollo 11? Clement?
Neil Armstrong.
Michael Collins. Worth a punt at that stage,
An
eh?
attempt was made, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right answer. And Clement, as we can see from the track, not enough to
beat Liz.
close that gap on Liz. Liz, that was fantastic once again.
Can I breathe now?
Absolutely, yes. We suggest you do.
Yeah.
You are through.
Thank you.
Clement, a great run, buddy.
Thank you.
That was really good. Thank you for playing hardball.
Cheers. Thank you.
So Liz is through to the semi-final and £1,500 is in the bank. Time now to play our next heat as 3 more contestants are ready to take on the hardball. Phil, Kathy, Scott, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Good to see all 3 of you. You've seen how it's done. One of you will be playing Liz in the semi-final. She's quite the formidable opponent, so let's find out who. First to see if they can take on the hardball, it's Scott. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us what you do, Scott.
I currently drive a mobile bank around the west coast of Scotland through villages and towns.
Scott, when you're not working, what keeps you busy right now?
I like to travel. I like to go to the cinema, and I'm never happier than when I'm sat in my back garden in my hot tub with a bottle of beer.
You've got a hot tub.
Yeah, I treated myself a couple of years ago.
Oh, good for you. So, your first round is the money maker. You know how it works. Simply answer as many questions as you can before the hardball passes you. £50 will go into today's jackpot with every square you light up. Make it further than either of your opponents here. and you are through to the next round. All right?
Yep.
Scott, let's get you up on the track. There we go. Scott, the hardball will be released once I finish asking you your first question.
Okay.
If you're ready. Let's play hardball. According to superstition, the shoe of which animal is supposed to bring good luck?
Horse.
Correct. The first Pirates of the Caribbean film is subtitled Curse of the Black what?
Pearl.
Correct. What sweet crystallized foodstuff can be made from cane or beet?
Sugar.
Correct. In the classic arcade game, what colour is Pac-Man?
Yellow.
Correct. The former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher died in which year?
2010.
2013. The NBA basketball team known as the Knicks are based in which US city?
New York.
Correct. The Irish pop duo Jedward is made up of twin brothers called John and who?
Edward.
Correct. In which American city were the 1996 Summer Olympic Games held?
Atlanta.
Correct. Which insect has species including leafcutter and fire?
Ant.
Correct. What is the medical name for the wall of bone and cartilage that separates the nostrils in the nose?
Philtrum.
Septum. Depicted with the head of an elephant, the deity Ganesha is worshipped in which world religion?
Hinduism.
Correct. Located in Rome, by what name is the Flavian Amphitheatre more commonly known?
The Colosseum.
Correct. Which web browser shares its name with an expedition to observe African animals in their natural habitat?
Pass.
Safari. The BBC radio programme, often abbreviated to GQT, is Gardner's Question What?
Time.
Correct. In 1966, who became the first man to score a hat-trick in a FIFA World Cup final?
Jeff Hurst.
Correct. What is the name of the largest moon in our solar system?
Moon.
Ganymede. Which comic book superhero takes pictures of himself in action and sells them?
Spider-Man.
Correct. Which E is a social science analysing the production, distribution and consumption of wealth?
Economics.
Correct. Which TV drama starred Pam Ferris and Felicity Kendall as crime-solving gardeners?
Don't know.
Rosemary and Thyme. That was the answer we were looking for. Scott, that is a very good hardball track. Third level of the track, £700 in the jackpot, taking us up to £2,200. Very good start. How are you feeling at this point?
Well, I can relax now for a bit.
You can, you've done your bit.
Yeah.
And you're currently the one to beat.
Yep.
Next to take on the hardball is Kathy. Kathy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm from Leicestershire. I'm 44. I'm head of products for a software company.
And what do you like to do outside of work?
I like to either play guitar or watch films, or I really like to go and watch the rugby.
Any films in particular?
I have seen Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark over 500 times.
How many?
I lost count after 500. I gave up counting.
So potentially more than 500 times watching the same film.
It's one of my favourite films, yes.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I love that film too. But over 500 times, have you ever counted how many days that is watching that film?
I don't think I really want to.
I guess in a way, playing this game is like that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, isn't it?
Just hopefully there's no spiders, though, because, you know, that would not be good.
Get rid of the spiders. Thank you. Kathy, Scott sent the benchmark before, didn't he? That was a pretty good round, wasn't it?
That was a good round, yeah.
Well, if you can get further than Scott, that would put you safely through to the next round. Kathy, let's highlight the square to beat. There you go. Let's get you up on the track. Remember, that hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question. So, if you're ready, let's play hardball. According to the proverb, which European capital city do all roads lead to?
Rome.
Correct. Ray Marr plays Alf Stewart in which Australian soap opera?
Home and Away.
Correct. A region in which country lends its name to brie cheese?
France.
Correct. Which sport features in the films Cinderella Man, Raging Bull and Rocky?
Philadelphia.
Boxing. What is the private residence of the monarch when staying in Scotland?
Balmoral.
Correct. In 2006, which planet in our solar system was reclassified as a dwarf planet?
Pluto.
Correct. Released when she was just 12 years old, Voice of an Angel was which Welsh...
Church.
Correct. Launched in 2001, which online encyclopedia website was co-founded
Wikipedia.
by... Correct. Which city in the English Midlands is often said to have more canals than Venice?
Birmingham.
Correct. Which pro-European politician became the Chancellor of the Exchequer in 1993?
Nigel Lawson.
Ken Clark. The peace treaty known as the Treaty of Versailles was signed at the end of which World War?
World War One.
Correct. On which island was singer Freddie Mercury born?
Madagascar.
Zanzibar. In the hymn Morning Has Broken, which bird has spoken like...
Blackbird.
Correct. From which of the 4 countries of the UK did the dish haggis originate?
Scotland.
Correct. I feel the need for speed is a famous line from which 1986 film starring Tom Cruise?
Top Gun.
Correct. Crabs, lobsters and shrimps are all what type of invertebrate?
Crustacean.
Correct. According to the English proverb, if 2 is company, how many is a
3.
crowd? Correct. Which actress plays Mariette Larkin in The Darling Buds of May?
Pam Ferris.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Which Canadian singer was the subject of the 2011 concert documentary Never Say Never?
Pass.
Justin Bieber. In 2018, a Barbie doll in the likeness of which British Olympic boxer was released? Nicola Adams, Kathy. 3rd level of the track, exactly the same spot as Scott, which means that at the moment, neither of you are safe just yet. £700 added to the jackpot takes us up to £2,900. Our last contestant to play today is Phil. Phil, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us what you do
I'm a sales manager at the Port of Liverpool.
and what you like to do outside of work, Phil.
Holidays. I've got a 10-month-old baby. It takes up quite a lot of time at the moment. I'm a big follower of Everton.
Yes.
For what that's worth at the moment.
Well, hey, someone has to. What have you thought about Kathy and Scott going before you?
It's going to be tough, I think, but definitely to give it a go. But I think it's beatable, but they've both done well.
They really have. If you were to get further than Kathy and Scott, that would put you into the next round. Phil, wishing you the best of luck. Let's have a look at the square to beat. There it is. Phil, let's get you up on the track, shall we? There you go. Remember, the hardball will be released once I've finished asking you your first question. So, if you're ready. Let's play hardball. Which sport features in the 2002 film Bend It Like Beckham?
Football.
Correct. The abbreviation ETA stands for estimated time of what?
Arrival.
Correct. A golden doodle is a cross between a golden retriever and which other dog breed?
Poodle.
Correct. The Niagara Falls are located on the border of the US and which other country?
Canada.
Correct. The KGB was the main security agency of which country?
Russia.
Correct. Harold Wilson is credited with saying that what period of time is a long time in politics?
Pass.
A week. Vert is the French word for which colour?
Green.
Correct. In 2014, singer Cheryl revealed she had a large tattoo of which flowers on her bottom and lower back?
Rose.
Correct. In 1911, Da Vinci's Mona Lisa painting was stolen from which Paris museum?
Pass.
Louvre. Which ex-soldier detective is the main character in the novels The Cuckoo's Calling and The Silkworm?
Pass.
Cormorant Strike. In the name of the charity, what does the N stand for in RNLI?
National.
Correct. Which British daily national newspaper suspended publication for almost a year in the late 1970s?
The Express.
The Times. From which ancient language does the expression ad hoc originate?
Greece.
Latin. A Bucks Fizz cocktail.
Going so well.
Oh, Phil. Let's have a look at the track. Second level, £400 in the jackpot. Today we are playing for £3,300, which is a hefty jackpot. But I'm afraid after that, it is the end of the road, Phil.
Thanks very much.
It's been short, but have you enjoyed your time on
I have. I've had a great time, yeah. Great day.
Okay. Well, as a result of that, Kathy, Scott, you did enough and more than. You are both through to the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that means that Kathy and Scott are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final. But who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Scott and Kathy, well done on reaching the head-to-head.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At one point in that last round, Scott, did you think you might be going out?
At every point. He started so well at the end there, and even my opponent here, I thought she was going to fly past me. So
Really?
I am amazed to be standing here, to be perfectly honest.
In a way, Kathy, Phil helped you both out, meant we didn't have to split you up.
That's it. You know, my husband's actually called Scott, so it's quite natural to be stood next to a Scot.
Oh, well, there you go. The perfect pair in a head-to-head. But while we're all smiles right now, that's all about to change. This time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you also have to outrun each other. As you saw earlier, you'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. You've got to stay ahead of the hardball, because the first person that passes will be out of the game. The winner will go straight into today's semi-final to take on Liz. Let's put you two back on the track. There you go. We'll release the hardball when one of you reaches the second level of the track. Okay. Kathy, Scott, if you're ready, then let's play hardball. According to the King James Bible, Adam and Eve first lived in the Garden of where? Kathy?
Eden.
Correct. Paddington Bear usually wears which style of coat? Scott?
Duffel coat.
Correct. Which supermodel owns a rabbit with thousands of Instagram followers called Cecil Bunny Delevingne? Scott?
Cara Delevingne.
Correct. In Mexico, at which of the day's meal times would you most likely eat huevos rancheros? Scott?
Breakfast.
Correct. What is the scientific name for an animal whose diet consists of only plants? Kathy?
Herbivore.
Correct. Which Elizabethan playwright wrote a total of 150? Scott?
Shakespeare.
Correct. Which long-running animated TV show features the characters of Marge and Homer? Kathy?
The Simpsons.
Correct. Scottish bacteriologist Alexander Fleming is best known for his discovery, Scott?
Penicillin.
Correct. Old English sheepdogs have been used to advertise which? Scott?
Dulux.
Correct. The Charge, Flex and Surge are models of which brand? Scott?
Oh, don't know.
Fitbit. Red, Roe and Fallow are all species of which mammal found in Britain? Kathy?
Deer.
Correct. Meryl Streep plays Emmeline Pankhurst in which 2015 film about women battling to get the vote? Suffragettes. In 1986, which national charity and helpline was set up by Esther Rank? Kathy?
Childline.
Correct. The pub landlord is the beer-drinking alter ego Scott?
Al Murray.
Correct. What is the first name of Paris Hilton's younger sister? Nikki. In the Chinese zodiac, 2017 was the year of which bird? Scott?
Rooster.
Correct. The movies Stand By Me, The Green Mile and It? Scott?
Stephen King.
Correct. In space, the main asteroid belt is located between Mars and which other planet? Scott?
Earth.
Jupiter. Which tendon that connects the calf muscles to the heel is named after a Greek? Scott?
Achilles.
Correct. Michael Douglas plays which flamboyant musician in Behind the Candelabra? Scott?
Liberace.
Correct. The Harlem... Scott brought your A game.
Yeah.
Well done. Kathy, he was very good today, wasn't he?
He was very good, yes. He's very quick on that buzzer.
But you had a fantastic start.
I did, yes.
Yeah, you had a really good start, really good. You came in equally matched, but after that, Scott, a very good lead on Kathy towards the end of the second level of the track. As a result, my friend, you are through.
Thank you.
Very well done. Kathy, I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye. Have you enjoyed your time?
I've had a brilliant time, thank
Yeah?
you.
You've been great. Thank you for playing hardball.
Thank you.
So we're down to the last two, but who will make it through to play for the £3,300 today? Let's find out as we play the semi-final. So, Scott and Liz, congratulations on getting to the semi-final.
Thank you.
Liz, how are you feeling about this semi-final?
I'm apprehensive because I'm up against a good opponent. I thought he was very cool, very assured, very knowledgeable, and quite scary.
Okay, okay. Scott, you're quite scary, according to Liz. What do you reckon about that?
I'll bat that straight back, the person that almost got to the end of the board. But I'm hoping that that means that all the questions that Liz knows the answers to have been.
Yeah, oh, maybe, yes. Maybe Lizzie reckons you've peaked early.
I'm not one for peaking early.
All right.
That's not in my vocabulary.
Not in your
peaking
vocab.
Early, no. No, I'm in it for the long haul.
It's going to be a really well-fought semi-final. Wishing you both the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Only one of you can go through to play for the £3,300 today. So in this semi-final, we'll put you both back on the track at the same time. Again, I'll ask you questions on the buzzer. Right answers move you forward. Wrong answers will move your opponent forward. The winner goes through to today's final. The loser will be going home. All to play for. Liz, Scott, wishing you both the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's put you both on the track. Fingers on the buzzers. The hardball will be released the moment one of you reaches the second level of the track. So if you're ready, then let's play hardball. In J.M. Barrie's Peter and Wendy, what type of magical creature is Tinkerbell? Liz?
A fairy.
Correct. Which Italian pasta sauce is made from cheese, pancetta, cream, and Scott?
Carbonara.
Correct. Which feathered object, sometimes called a bird or birdie, is hit across the net during a game of badminton? Liz?
Shuttlecock.
Correct. What is the name of the musician who released Tubular Bells in 1973? Liz?
Mike Oldfield.
Correct. Melissa Joan Hart famously played which teenage Scott?
Sabrina.
Correct. In imperial weights and measurements, how many ounces are in 1 pound? Liz?
16.
Correct. Which social networking website was co-founded in 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg? Scott?
Facebook.
Correct. Which American president was nicknamed the Great Emancipator? Scott?
Abraham Lincoln.
Correct. Mel Gibson starred as which Scottish rebel in the... Scott?
William Wallace.
Correct. In stars, which chemical element is the product of hydrogen fusion? Scott?
Helium.
Correct. The sequel to Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is Charlie... Scott?
The Great Glass Elevator.
Correct. Which vegetable gives its name to a satirical website founded by Tim Keck and Christopher Johnson? Scott?
Onion.
Correct. Published posthumously, the novels Persuasion and Northanger Abbey are by which author? Liz?
Emily Bronte.
Jane Austen. In which modern-day country were the ancient Olympic Games held? Scott?
Greece.
Correct. Which structures of the human body are primarily affected by osteoporosis? Scott?
Bones.
Correct. New York's Empire State Building is an example of which architectural style? Scott?
Art Deco.
Correct. A milliner specialises in the design, Liz?
Hat.
Correct. Covering around 1/5 of the Earth's surface, which ocean is the second largest in the world? Scott?
Atlantic.
Correct. In 1914. That was quite some semi-final. Scott, how did that feel?
Exhilarating.
I bet it did. I bet it did. Liz, I'm afraid, after a really good game, it's just come to the end of the road.
Absolutely. It's been great fun.
Thank you for being a brilliant contestant.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for playing hardball. Scott, it's time for you to play the final. Scott, congratulations on making it to the final.
Thank you.
Did you think you would make it here?
No, there were some very good players there. I didn't think I would be standing here.
You've done really, really well today, Scott. Really have. You've played the game fantastically well. And as a result, you stand here in the final facing a jackpot of £3,300. It's what you're playing for today.
Okay.
If you were to win some money today, what would you like to do with it?
Well, my wife Helen gives up a lot of holidays for me to come and audition and come on shows and things, so I think I need to take her on holiday and treat her.
Oh, good for you, Scott. Treat your long-suffering wife.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she'd be very proud of you getting to this stage, but let's see if we can go home with a little extra in the pocket.
That would be good.
Okay, well, to win that cash, you've got to take on the hardball one last time. This time, though, you do have to beat it. If you make it all the way to the end of the track, lighting up all 30 squares without the hardball catching you, you will be going home with that £3,300 jackpot. To help, you've got 3 boosts, which you can activate at any time. All you've got to do is push that button. Each boost allows you to jump forward 1 square, but for every boost you use, that jackpot prize will be halved. So use them wisely and only when you have to. If the hardball catches you at any time, the game is over and the jackpot will be lost.
Okay.
Scott, you'll see 5 categories. You'll need to choose one and answer questions on it until the hardball reaches the end of the track. Then we'll switch to a different category and so on.
Okay.
Ready to see your 5 categories?
Please, yes.
Okay, here we go. We've got geography, music, food and drink, film, science and technology. What do you think about those 5?
I like music, I like film, science and technology. I think I should be okay on. Food and drink, I've taken up, the kitchen duties in my house in the last
you
couple
really?
of years. Yeah, I've been trying to teach myself to cook. So my wife takes a back seat and I do most of the cooking.
Oh, well, hold on, Scott. Here you are, earning potential money and cooking. You're the modern-day man.
And geography, I travel a bit, so hopefully, if the questions fall nicely.
All right,
be too
OK. So you've got a couple of favourites in there.
Yep.
Which would you like to take on first?
Let's go for film.
Film is the first category. Just answer as many questions as you can until the hardball reaches the end of the first level of the track.
OK,
Shall we do this?
let's do it.
Come on, then. Let's get you on the track. Here we go. The hardball will be released the moment I finish asking you your first question. Scott, best of luck.
Thank you.
For the final time today, if you're ready. Scott, let's play hardball. How many dwarfs feature in the title?
7.
Correct. In which 1994 film does Sandra Bullock take the wheel of a bus rigged?
Speed.
Correct. Which British-born filmmaker directed the 1963 film The Birds?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Correct. The third film released in the Star Wars series is titled Return of the what?
Jedi.
Correct. Who co-starred with Gina Davis in Thelma and Louise?
Susan Sarandon.
Correct. Hopelessly Devoted to You and Summer Nights are both
Grease.
songs. Correct. What is the first name of Jodie Foster's character in the 1976 film Bugsy Malone?
Tallulah.
Correct. In which movie did Whitney Houston star alongside Kevin Costner?
Bodyguard.
Correct. In which classic 1955 film does James Dean play Jim Stark?
Rebel Without a Cause.
Correct. Which singer and actress plays the title character in the 1969 musical Hello, Dolly?
Pass.
Barbra Streisand. Elton John plays the pinball wizard in which 1975? Correct. That was quite literally outstanding.
Thank you.
That was really, really good. And you only got one wrong, but already an incredible lead over the hardball.
It's downhill from here.
Well,
literally.
There is still some way to go in the game, obviously. But it was a really strong category for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like my film.
Let's see how good you are with the other categories.
Okay.
4 left to choose from. Geography, music, food and drink, science and tech.
Let's try music.
All right, music it is. If you need them, you got 3 boosts.
Yeah.
So music is the next one. Beat the hardball to the end of the next level of the track, and you'll be one step closer to winning that jackpot. Your first question, here it comes. According to the title of a 1966 song by the Beatles, what colour was the submarine?
Yellow.
Correct. What is the surname of the longtime collaborator of opera composer Arthur Sullivan?
Pass.
Gilbert's. In his 1991 single, Mark Cohn sang about walking in which American city?
Memphis.
Correct. Which singer had a UK #1 in 2004 with Mysterious Girl?
Peter Andre.
Correct. Formed in 1965, which American rock band was fronted by Jim Morrison?
The Doors.
Correct. Which former member of the Doobie Brothers released the singles Sweet Freedom and I Keep Forgetting?
Michael McIntyre.
Michael McDonald's. Which type of percussion instrument is a tabor?
A drum.
Correct. Scott, look at that. You've still got a really strong lead. Scott, that was really good. So, that's film, that's music, out of the way.
Yeah.
3 to choose from, here they are.
Let's go for science and technology.
Okay. Science and tech, your first question coming right up. Which common kitchen appliance uses small waves of electromagnetic radiation to
Microwave.
heat? Correct. In science, what name is given to the study of genes?
Pass.
Genetics. In image quality, the abbreviation DPI stands for dots per watt.
Inch.
Correct. Charles Richter devised a scale for measuring the magnitude of which geological phenomena?
Earthquakes.
Correct. In which decade did the World Wide Web go live on the internet?
90s.
Correct. Which space telescope placed into orbit in
Hubble.
Correct. The computing term vlogging is a contraction of the word blogging and which other?
A video.
Correct. The Italian usually credited with the invention of radio
Marconi.
is the right answer, but Scott, just out of time. That would have increased your lead on the hardball, but do you know what? Looking at that, not bad going at all. You've still got exactly the same lead on the hardball, but with only 2 levels of the track left, that is a very strong position to be in. But we aren't done yet.
No.
We really aren't done yet. We've still got to push through towards the end, taking on one of these next 2 categories. Geography, food and drink.
I think I'll go for geography first.
Want to take on geography first?
Yeah.
OK. Geography it is. Scott, wishing you the best of luck. Here's your first question. Which French landmark is more than 1,000 feet tall and held together by 2.5 million rivets?
Eiffel Tower.
Correct. Which South American river shares its name with a major online shopping website?
Amazon.
Correct. What name is commonly used for the Inuit shelter that is dome-shaped and made from compacted? Correct. By area, what is the world's largest ocean?
The Pacific.
Correct. Which North American mountain range runs from British Columbia and Alberta to New Mexico?
Andes.
Rockies. On which Spanish island is the city of Palma located?
Mallorca.
Correct. What name is given to the layer of the Earth between the crust and the core?
Mantle.
Correct. On which continent? I don't know how you're doing this.
You don't know.
Do you?
No.
We are in an incredibly strong position. The bad news is we're not there just yet. You've still got one more category to take on.
Yep.
There it is. Food and drink. You are just 3 correct answers away from taking away that fantastic jackpot. Let me spell this out for you then. So we have £3,300 in the jackpot. You've got 3 boosts still intact.
Yep.
If you need them, just push that button.
OK.
So Scott, for £3,300. One last time, let's play hardball. Which pasta dish is commonly called spag bowl?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Correct. Which nuts are used to make a traditional Waldorf salad?
Almonds.
Walnuts. Love apple is an old-fashioned term for which red salad ingredient?
Tomato.
Correct. What liquid dairy product is added to coffee to make it a café au lait?
Milk.
Is the right answer. Can't believe it.
Can't believe it, no.
Oh, Scott, you should, because £3,300 is all yours.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure, and really all mine playing that game along with you, Scott. That is a phenomenal play.
Thank you. It was. I don't know. It wasn't me that did it. It was someone else.
You got someone in there helping you? Someone in there?
I think so.
I knew you had it in you from the minute you walked into this room, but for some reason you didn't believe it in yourself. And as this game has gone on, have you surprised yourself?
Absolutely. I never thought I would beat Liz in the semi-final. So it's just amazing.
But when it comes to this point in the final, it's only the hardball that you got to take on. And you took on the hardball and won. And £3,300 is all yours. So remind us, what are you going to do with it?
I'll take my wife on a very nice holiday.
Oh, there'll be a few more beers in that hot tub after this.
Yeah, I think there's probably room for a few beers as well, yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Wow, what a guy. That brings the hardball to a halt for now. Join us next time when 6 more contestants will try to beat the hardball. We'll see you next time.